I'm John Archuleta with this Ebola report. 3 people in the county who may have been exposed to Ebola are being watched. The county says they are considered at low risk for infection and not being quarantined. Now, throughout California, 19 people are being monitored. Those who may be quarantined have been in Guinea, Sierra Leone, or Liberia within the last 21 days and had contact with an Ebola patient who showed symptoms. Now, those who had contact with the patient's body fluids or had a medical mishap like a needle stick are considered high risk and would be quarantined immediately. One person in California is in a home quarantine, and state officials said they did not say in which county that person lives. Now, here to talk more about that is UT Biotech reporter Bradley Fikes. So, Bradley, the question here is, what does this monitoring mean for San Diegans?
Not too much, really, because nobody has been diagnosed with Ebola in California, and this looks to be a pretty low risk thing. But you have people moving all over the world, flying all over the place, and we do have medical workers, humanitarian workers from San Diego who are helping out with Ebola. And if any of them happen to come back, even if they were far from the scene, but they were still in those countries, they might want to watch them. But there really isn't much of a risk.
Now, what would you say about what's the difference between low risk in this situation and high risk? I know we talked about high risk is them dealing with the person's bodily fluids or anything. Yeah. Is there any other thing that puts them in that category?
Well, that's basically it, that if you've been in close contact with a person, you may have been exposed to body fluids, that's a high risk category. If you've been around them, that's pretty low risk if you haven't been in an immediate proximity. That's the main thing. Have you been directly exposed to body fluids? If you're just in the vicinity, they may want to look around to see maybe you made a mistake or something, but it's generally low risk.
All right. Well, anything else that you want to add?
Well, I think that we're finally learning how to deal with this. It was surprising. It was rather distressing, but we're finally learning how to put the protocols in place to properly assess people to see what risk they are. And I hope they get those Ebola tests out very quickly, because that would end the need for quarantines.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, UT Biotech reporter Bradley Fikes. Thank you so much again for joining us. And for more information, you can read the story by UT San Diego healthcare reporter Paul Sisson at utsandiego.com/Ebola San Diego. And you can check out our daily Ebola reports right here on utsandiego.com or on our YouTube channel at UTTV San Diego.